Imagine for a moment that beneath the ancient sands of Iraq, a terrifying secret lay hidden, waiting to be unearthed. Today, we reveal the harrowing account of a U.S. Marine who dared to confront the unknown during a classified mission. The Marine, whom we'll call Lieutenant Davis, was part of a classified operation known as Operation Quicksand. The mission was to secure and protect strategic oil fields in Iraq from potential enemy sabotage. These oil fields were vital to global energy supply and stability, making their defense a top priority. However, the true nature of the mission was known only to a select few. One night, while conducting a routine security sweep of the oil fields, Lieutenant Davis and his squad stumbled upon something that defied explanation. As they patrolled the seemingly deserted area, they came across an enormous, partially unearthed creature buried beneath the sands. Its massive, serpentine body was covered in thick, dark scales, and its eyes glowed with an eerie, otherworldly light. Before they could even begin to process what they had discovered, the creature suddenly sprang to life, its powerful limbs tearing through the earth as it tried to break free from its sandy tomb. Lieutenant Davis and his squad were thrown back by the sheer force of the creature's movements, and they quickly realized they were facing an enemy unlike any they had ever encountered. With no time to call for backup, the Marines engaged the creature in a desperate battle for survival. The creature moved with terrifying speed and agility, its serpentine body coiling around their vehicles, crushing them like tin cans. Its scales seemed to be impervious to its weapons, and its eyes emitted a disorienting light that made it difficult for the Marines to focus on their target. As the battle raged on, it became apparent that conventional tactics were useless against this unearthly foe. Desperate to find a way to defeat the creature, Lieutenant Davis recalled an ancient Mesopotamian myth about a monstrous serpent that could only be killed by destroying its glowing eyes. With little else to lose, he ordered his team to focus their fire on the creature's eyes. The tactic proved to be successful, as the creature's eyes shattered under the barrage of gunfire. With its source of power destroyed, the creature let out an ear-piercing scream and fell limp to the ground, its lifeless body sinking back into the sands from which it had emerged. In the aftermath of the battle, the Marines were left to grapple with the reality of what they had witnessed. The creature they had encountered was unlike anything ever seen or documented, and the implications of its existence were both terrifying and profound. When Lieutenant Davis reported the incident to his superiors, he was met with disbelief and skepticism. Fearing the potential consequences of revealing the existence of such a creature, the military ordered all records of the encounter to be destroyed, and the Marines involved were sworn to secrecy. But the truth could not be so easily buried. Lieutenant Davis, haunted by the memory of the creature and the knowledge of what it represented, began his own clandestine investigation into the origins of the beast and the possibility of others like it. His search led him to ancient texts and hidden archives that hinted at a world beyond our own, a world filled with creatures and powers that defied explanation. The things that have been hidden from the world for so long are now coming to light, and the truth is more terrifying than we ever could have imagined. But it's not enough to simply be scared. It's time to take action and demand answers from those in power. Share this video with your friends and family, spread the word, and let's demand transparency and accountability from those who hold the fate of our world in their hands. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more eye-opening interviews and insights.